Well, I'm here. We might as well start it. So much for the intro, but that's okay. And now TSW is not responding. Browse, this is good. Yes, really good. What's cracking the sads with TSW? Die, motherfucker. It's not my day, is it? No, not my day. I think we might just put the original rail driver thing back in there. Just rename that to Cobra shit and rename this one back to DLL. All right, now let's run Train Sim World. Let's try that again, as they say in the classics. Yep, going well. Great. Oh, I really don't understand. What do you mean climb? We're going down, bad guy. I don't understand how software that just works for weeks suddenly just goes, no, I'm just going to crash your game. Grouse. Hello to Cyber, if you're still here. Melbourne Train Dude. Who else we got? Real Lord Vectron. You guys talk a lot. Benjamin. Hello. Bad Guy. And Daniel. Hello. Hopefully this time Train Sim World will actually run since I took the hack out. And, yep, 12:36 a.m. Bad Guy. What are you doing awake? Hey, this angle makes my arms look huge. This is a good thing. The poltergeist you were telling you about. Yes, I think it's infested my PC. There's only one thing you can do about that. More beer. Beer, he said? With trains? No. All right, let's see if it actually works this time. This is promising. Yes. Yep. I even rebooted and it still shit itself. Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what it is? I installed Zeusy and Zeusy screwed around with .NET. Betcha that's what it is. Anyway. Have you got the cajones? We're going to do an SD70 ACE. And which one were we going to do? I wrote it down. I found a good one. VLAC. VLAC. Mainly because I wanted one that started at not at near the top. That didn't actually require you to run for 5 hours. And 751, is that it? There's two of them. Okay. From Los Angeles to Albuquerque. No, that's going up. Los Angeles to Albuquerque. It's the same train. But that's going up the hill. How is that possible? VLAC ABQ5. At 920. That's neither of those. I must have written the number down wrong. No, well, let's find one at 920. Because that's what we... What? Yeah, so, right, 920. There isn't one. Yep. Well, I guess we just take that one then. But that's going to go up the hill. I don't want to go up the hill. I don't want to go up the hill. But this one was not at the bottom. All right. El Paso to San Diego. Let's take that one. But I wanted the car one, particularly. Houston to Los Angeles. Where does that start? Hesperia to San Bernardino. Goes all the way. El Paso from Barstow to Victorville. So that's going up. Am I reading that wrong? Or maybe this is going down. Victorville to Barstow. How is it going from Los Angeles to Albuquerque, but it starts at Victorville and goes to Barstow? That is the right one. God. Bloody games. It's not my day. We'll just go with it. We probably need half wetness. Probably need a bit of fog too, you know. Just do. Okay. Games should have their own .NET versions installed. Yes, they should. Usually have about a dozen of them in your installed apps. Fair enough. Where are we? East Victorville? And that's not going down the hill. That's going the other way. Right. No. That's no good. 918 turned out not to be the downhill halfway. It's going the wrong way. Bad guy says if Paul's going downhill on snow, I'm taking wages as long as it takes him to derail when he hits the bottom of the hill. Yeah, well, you know we'll wipe out that whole town. Flying Southerner, hello. Hawks, hello. Welcome to my shit evening. It's going really well. If I was a lesser person, I'd just cancel the stream. But I'm annoyed now, so we're doing this. San Bernardino to Victorville. Summit to San Bernardino. That'll do it. Yeah, that'll work. Summit to San Bernardino. That'll work fine. Custom weather. January. December, rather. Snowstorm. That's what we want. Snowstorm. Half fog. Half wetness. Go. This time for sure. What happened? I installed Zeusy 3, the simulator of all simulators, and it screwed my computer. I'm going to say that in the review. It screwed my computer. Done. Oh, this is one of those ones that hasn't even got a train, isn't it? Or is that my train over there? No. It's one of those good ones. It just launches and there's no train anywhere in sight. Let's go and see if we can steal one. We'll just stick a path on it. Go for it. Where even are we? Oh, we're not at the top of the hill. Okay. We're meant to be up here. But we're clearly not. We're meant to be here somewhere. That's why there's no train. We're in the wrong place. Ah, this just isn't my day. We're at the bottom of the hill. This is no good. This is no good. Hello, Oddfellow. Yes. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be grouse. What are we? We're seven minutes in. Haven't even gotten a train yet. Bloody Zeusy. Okay, it's going to take me weeks to clean out that rubbish, isn't it? I don't think I even did a restore point like I usually do. Victorville to San Bernardino, that's the one we just tried. Cement train from Houston to Los Angeles. Victorville to Barstow. Let's try this one. An intermodal. Right. Oops. Snowstorm. Half fog. Half wetness. Go. Surely it'll work this time. Surely. Don't call me surely. It's a good thing this isn't a .NET game. Are we in the right place? Huh? But it's going the wrong way. Did I just pick another one that goes to Barstow? I'm just going to give up now. I really am. How about we set a path and go down the hill backwards? Would I like a sledgehammer? Sure. Only if I can smack Zeusy with it. I just cleverly picked a really bad one. Yep. Mm-hmm. Now the cat's even glaring at me going, see, you're an idiot. Mm-hmm. I am. Maybe I should take one of those shitty Santa Fe ones down the hill. You know, the ones that don't work. Houston to Los Angeles. That's Barstow to Victorville. Victorville to Barstow. San Bernardino to Hesperia. Barstow to Victorville. Victorville to San Bernardino. A cement train. It's going to be heavy. Sure you want it? So what's this? This is the 5th train, right? Let's go! Flying Southern, the random question is, the TSCX work with the BNSF locos? Not right now, no. Because the software's broken. But normally, yes. Right, where are we? East Victorville, good start. And we're pointing down the hill. Right, good, okay. I'm going to do this by hand too. I haven't got my controller. Wipies. We better get some brakes cut in. Oh, that's done on the screen, isn't it? I forgot. Maintenance mode, more options, bright operator controls, brakes, air brakes. There we are. Yeah, well, that works good. That works really good, in fact. More options. Operator controls. Air brake cut in. Air brake lead. Lead cut in. Okay, good. Back. Why doesn't that work on the other screen? And... oh yeah, better do that thing. What have I actually got? Got some SD70s, I've got a CW thing, another CW thing. Pretty big train. We'll just leave it charging the air brakes up for now. It's a monster. Wow. It's an absolute monster. Are there no other locomotives? Oh yeah. There's one on the back. 2. 3. Let's just check these and make sure that they're in forwards. Good. It's in forwards. And we'll go on the other side for that one. That one's not in at all, but it doesn't matter. It's controlled by the other one. Alright then. Off we go. Notch 3 and wait. Of course, we'll have the windows open because it's snowy, and you do that. How do you turn the bell off with a controller? Keyboard's the answer. Should we turn on safety systems? Nah, let's have a relaxing evening after that start. Hello, Leon. We do have a service. I'll have to find out what version of .NET the TSX controller actually expects. I don't understand why software installs .NET and DX and DirectX and all sorts of rubbish, because it's Windows 11. It's all there. You don't need anything. This is going to be a bastard without a real break. Great. I'm really looking forward to this. Leon likes the Kia train video yellow train game. That's called Denture Attack. Or Denture Attack, actually. They've just put the 2 words together. You're right, it doesn't sound like it's powering up, does it? You're actually... no, look at that. You're absolutely correct. I've gotten so spoiled. There we go. So we did that by rolling, and I thought I was having a really good start. Thanks, Hawks. Imagine how much that would have sucked when I put it in dynamics and nothing happened. Whee! Alright, let's try this time. Oh, there's even smoke now. Greta would be pleased. Make sure we're not slipping. Doesn't look like it. Which is kind of surprising. I'm sitting a long way back today, aren't I? That's okay. Cat's given up staring at me like I'm an idiot. It's just gone to sleep now. So off we go. Just put the controller down now for the next 20 minutes and do pretty much nothing. Oh wait, I've got something to do. The raw power of the BNSF. Pumpkin. How's the sound, by the way? I discovered my sound filter was actually off. I don't think we're anywhere near 35 yet, so I'm not too worried. It is a big train, isn't it? It couldn't be more than 100 cars, though, could it? Oh, we are at 35. That's where we leave a little bit of throttle on and do a minimum application, and it'll slow us down. Keep a bit of throttle on to keep us stretched out, and we should hit 35. Pretty much in time for the corner. Well, maybe not. She's got super slow Aries, this one. Super slow. It's alright, no one died. Super slow Aries aren't going to be much fun. So the back hasn't even got to that speed zone yet. We'll leave off the bongo drums. Which path down the hill will it take? The evil 3.7 or the easier 3? That's an interesting question. Should we test its dynamics and see if they work? I think we should. Wait the requisite 10 seconds. You can't just put back on the controller. It says they're working. And they are generating power, so good. Better get back on the power or we're going to lose all of our monumentum. This is how you break couplers. Dunk, 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 dunk. Back to Notch 8. It's quite loud in my ears. Is it alright for you guys? Vectron says, it's wild to me just how long US trains are, especially descending Cajon and other places. Sounds fine, says Daniel. Fantastic. As we climb towards Summit. Summit of what? Route 66. Did I finish that run of Route 66 in ATS? It's an interesting thought. I think I did. So we do have a little while to go to get to Summit, because Summit's about here. So we've got a little while. But we should burn up the miles pretty well, because we should be able to speed up once the train gets off the gradient, because half of it's still going up that steep hill, while us happy people at the front here are on the flat bit. Are the trains at the back powering? There's a question. That's looks like they are. There's lots of smoke. Yes. Although it says... That's weird. Because that says 0 powering and 53 braking. What does this one say? Oh no, it says the same thing. Okay. Sure. I'll just believe that's good. I'll just pretend it's fine. We changed tracks when I wasn't looking. Where have we changed tracks? Oh, we went onto a single track and up and over the other one. It's been a while since I've played this, clearly. Okay. Now I get it. It has been a little while. It's probably been a couple of years since I've actually come out of Victorville. I usually just spawn the train at the top of the hill and drive down. Fair enough. So this bit of the run's pretty straightforward, even without a controller. Are you running the same train, Melbourne train dude? I wonder what these things are in real life. Aqueduct? Could be, I suppose. In the desert. Melbourne train dude says, no, that would require it be moving. Oh. Did you cut the brakes in? Did you stuff up the same thing I did and not hit the switches? Banking Com. Still climbing towards summit with the very hopeful speed limit of 50, but I don't reckon we're going to get there, just saying. I'm surprised we're not slipping our tits off as it is. Because I did give it an adequate amount of lubrication. Do you think we've got a partner today? Yeah, we do. Yeah, you can have your window open, mate. There you go. Look out the window. Isn't it grouse? Yeah, I know it's cold, but you know, it's all right. Mine's open. Don't be a wimp. Should have worn a hat. See you lady later, flying southerner. Just said see you lady. Matt should be back in the relatively near future for the second day of his Game Blast stream. If you feel like watching a 12-hour stream and donating to a good cause. You don't have to donate, that's optional. Where's Rail of Illinois? Normally when I run Cajon Pass, he's here. Usually making fun of me. And the towers with bits missing. See, the bits resolve when you get closer. Imagine living in those houses and hearing this all the time. Ah, disappointing. It's going to be hard to bail off brakes without a controller, isn't it? I assume, yes, that way. Good-o. Because we will need to apply the air brake a bit, I think, going down this hill. I was trying to think of the last time I've actually taken an SD70 Mac down the hill. Yeah, finally moving, Melbourne Train Guide. Well done. But are you just rolling or are you powering? And I only look like sweet Jesus, by the way. You don't have to address me as that. I brought my can of Dovetail Kool-Aid for assistance. Just reset the service. You think you did the banking com out of order and the trailing loco weren't dropping brakes. Well, that's boring. Yeah, I kind of think, yeah, it does. Is that a crossing? Might be. Better honk for it just in case, eh? I don't think it is a crossing, but, you know, this is fun anyway. No, it's a dragging equipment detector that doesn't work. Milepost detector 1413. No hot boxes aboard your train. See, that's you. Oh, we're losing speed. Wonderful. Just keep doing that. There's another train coming out of the mist. It's got a beard. Ah, oil. The train that absolutely destroyed the bottom of the hill near San Bernardino. That little town on the curve, killed by an oil train. Frostfire, hello. We're going to do something impossible. I'm told it's impossible. Maybe it is. I don't actually recall ever trying to get down here in the snow, so we'll find out. Londo Spark says losing speed is a rare treat on this run. Happy doing something idiotic day. Yes, it's certainly been an interesting start, Londo. The only thing I can think of that made everything bath was I installed Zeusy a little while ago. Like, between this and Dench Attack. And it installed a version of .NET and it installed a version of DirectX. And that killed my Cobra software, I think. And I had to put the DLL back to the default version. So I can't run the beast. Can't even run the buttons. See what happens if I run the software without the DLL? Does it try and fix it? No, it just fails. Here's an SD40. I found the quite recently that our CLP 45s are actually SD70s, but they're SD70s without an exhaust, so they sound much better than SD70s. A certain young lady would love them. Frost Londo says I need to clear off my desk when I can show the sunflower working. Sounds good. Londo, if people are wondering, has built himself or bought a sunflower and he's got it working using the API. Something that Real Lord Vectron is also playing with, and I've been playing with, and Mr. TS Controllers Man is playing with. Frostfire says, I know from my run down Cajon Pass, I always get runways at 110 mile an hour, so good luck. A certain lung shed fancier? No, this one.
How dare you?
No, this rig's in Candace territory. This isn't in Harry territory. You'll try and catch me on the descent, says Melbourne Train Good. Ooh, there's brave words talking there. You probably will, you know, because I'll be going down at about 12 mile an hour. Londo says API and your very own software that appears to be expanding in utility. You know, that's kind of normal. Only 20 miles to go. We'd be there in no time. 33 miles an hour. But we won't be doing 33 miles an hour for very long. You might have to make it start working with the beast of a controller. Melbourne Train Dude says, I have no idea what I'm doing, but it sounds like fun. You know what we should do, Melbourne Train Dude? We should dual stream one day. Just for the fun of it. Londo says, how to scare a developer in 2 words. Scope creep. Developers often do it to themselves. There's usually some grumpy old bastard like me sitting back going, why are you gold plating that? A lead one will be fine. Just polish the turd a little bit, it'll be okay. MTD sounds interested. Londo says that we do. I should lean back like this more often. Makes me look like I've got giant muscly arms or something. You reckon, Cat? No care, do you? Just snoring. I can hear you through my headphones. We at the fun bit yet? No, not even quite at the fun bit yet. We're getting there though. I think that RV's been more of a snowplow than an RV, but that's okay. He's sunk into the ground a bit. Must be pretty heavy. It's heavy, man. Yeah, 8 miles behind me, Melbourne train dude. Londo says, I've been gilding the lily. Even got it so you can store a different endpoint per train and auto-detecting which train. Yep, you are gilding the lily. Just don't call the API too often or you will slow the game down. Has real Lord Vectron discovered? I'd challenge all the old Mercedes in California, but it actually is quite full of them. Why are there so many school buses driving around at 11:30 in the morning? Real Lord Vectron is waiting for the TS controller's guy to wake from his slumber to quiz him. Seems fair. He's very fastidious. Londo says you're calling it every 200 milliseconds and 1,000 to check what train we're using. And you can do run-up bursts in 4 to 5 seconds, or 5 to 6 seconds, Real Lord Vectron. He did mention on Matt's stream today that he is building, or is going to build, the run-up, run-down controller. And I was thinking the combo that I'm interested in is the PBC Pro and the flexi lever brake, which I think is the one you've got. What is that doing there? Why is it so? Because that looks like one of the big tall gondolas from Sandpatch Grade. 18 miles to go. Londo would love a tapping controller. And you can tap dance. Vectron says he's been talking about the tap changer for a while. I have an idea so he doesn't have to spam the run-up command. Londo says I'm like one of those things that I have to build it yourself. And you got the flexi brake too. How well does it work with Westinghouse stuff? And advanced Westinghouse like these? I'd be curious. Londo says, you've met me real life. Can you imagine me dancing? I can barely walk. Yeah, it could be interpretive dance. Vectron says to Londo, the issue you're having with run up, your current controller keep bouncing back to the up position, which is somewhat undesirable. We're just making sure these people understand they live near a railway. Oh, imagine backing out of that driveway after a snowstorm. How awesome would that be? You just look out the window and go, nah, not going to work. I remember how excited people were when they saw the detectors in the preview. Actually, I could always run a detector, couldn't I? Railroad radio, that's the one. Yeah. I think it's broken. Oh well. We'll ignore that then. We are almost at Summit, I think. Yeah, pretty much. Just about there. And we are taking the left-hand path. Glorious. What a challenge. Oh, where are we stopping? Or is that a go via? No, it's fine. It's a go via. Because if we were stopping there, we'd be dead. The town that gets destroyed all the time is on this curve. $5,000's probably not quick enough, Londo. That's, yes, 500 would be better. I've been contemplating making Stream Deck buttons work. I just haven't got off my ass and actually done it. I've been too busy making videos. Yes, I know you want a callback, Londo. Is this Summit? No, we need 3 tracks for Summit. But I think we're close. There you go, you two can collaborate, Londo and Vectron. We shall call you Londotron. Because Vecto doesn't sound good. Tell you what I can do so other people benefit. If I go into my Discord and under TSW, can I make another channel? Create text channel. TSW API. Create channel. Yeah, it didn't make it under TSW like I thought it would. But anyway, there's a TSW API channel in there now, which should be the default as all the others, so you should be able to use it. Should be fine. So go for your lives. Vexspark. I don't know. Rob Powell, Cajon Pass in the snow. Have you lost your mind? Quite possibly. Had a horrible start to the stream, Rob. You missed it. My Cobra software shit itself because Zeusi's overwritten its .NET. So we're running on the Xbox controller. No levers. I'm not looking forward to Cajon Pass with no levers. But we're screaming up to Summit right about now. We're almost there. And then I picked about 6 services, one after another, that were either going in the wrong direction or didn't have a train. Until we finally found this one, which I think might be the heaviest service. So this is probably going to have a few moments, if you know what I mean. But we'll see how we go. We certainly won't be going down at this speed. We'll do what we can. Yes, I'm not looking forward to using a controller to get down the hill. I'm really not. I may even keyboard it. So I have to thank the German simulator Zusi. It's quite the learning curve, Zusi. I was having a go at it. I have yet to actually make a train move, even in beginner mode. It took me nearly 8 minutes to figure out how to even get on one. So it is very German, Zusi. Very, very German. We're not quite at Summit yet because the third track hasn't appeared. And I think there's a giant tower somewhere. I think that's the big water tower up there, but I think there's a phone tower as well. Oh, here we go. Here's the third track. I don't know why I'm racing up here. We're going to see it in a moment anyway. There's a mix. Oh, that's a nice consist. Why didn't I get a consist like that? What train is that? I want it. Come on, show me what it is properly. For fuck's sake. MSTG CH7. I started recording different lighting setups in different times of day in different weathers today, and after an hour with 2020 and moving on to an hour with heavy haul and then moving on to 2020, I actually thought about it and I thought across all 6 versions it's going to take me about 20 hours to record it. Yes, Londo, mouse only. Actually, mouse only wouldn't be that bad, to be honest. Because you just turn this way and you just face your controllers because you've got everything you need right here. You only need these 3 levers and bail off that one. So you'd be fine, I think, mouse only. I don't think it'd be too much of an issue at all. Rob says Zusi is a full-blown simulation, very difficult to learn, but very rewarding. I haven't got a train to move yet, Rob. It's like those early days with the ICE 3M. It just sits there yelling at you in German. And you go, yep, I'm liking this. And of course, being German, it reorganized my PC. It's like, yeah, thanks. So I'll have to work out what it did and undo everything it did. Because now that it thinks it's installed stuff, it should be fine to not have it anymore. I suspect all I have to do is find out what version of .NET the Cobra software uses and reinstall that one, and then it's probably fine. Because nothing should need to install .NET under Windows 11 unless you're putting in .NET 1. Because it's the only .NET that's not already part of Windows 11. But no, lots of developers insist on installing it without checking whether it's there already. There's the phone tower, so we're just about at the summit. The phone tower I'm referring to is that big thing up there. It's much taller without the snow. Londo says probably just chuck something like 4.8 back on. No, I'm pretty sure that's what it's installed. I think it's probably too old. It is 4.8 that it wants, okay, but I'm pretty sure that Zeusy put 4.8 on. But it was already there. So probably just bug it up the install. Or set some stupid German permissions on it. Surprised Germans use Microsoft software. I thought the EU hated them. This is that uncomfortable moment as on the roller coaster where you're going clink, 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 clink before you go whiz. I wonder if I could run its installer while the game's running. Do I dare try this? Do I dare try? How bad could it go? How bad could it go? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Ah, it says it's already installed. Bum. Does it run now though? No. Are we there yet? I think so. I think we're just about at the top, so I'll stop mucking around, start paying attention. Because it's only going to go poorly. Oops. It's only going to go poorly if I don't. Just let her wind down. Let the speed start coming off. We'll go into setup if we can. Maybe we can't. Do it the hard way. And that's fine. What keys is it for dynamic brakes? I thought it was just less acceleration, but guess not. Rob Power says EU dislikes Microsoft, but most users wouldn't touch Linux with a barge pole because there's too many distros to choose from. There are a lot. Definitely a lot. Just continue to let my speed drop because there's the set of 3 signals up there that show you you're about to go down the other side of the roller coaster, and we are still going too fast. So I think I might actually start the dynamics. Anybody know what keys the dynamics are? Because I just thought you kept using down, but no, that doesn't do it. Stop that. I don't really want to have to keep doing this with a mouse. Standard tech support answer, have you tried turning it on and off again? Yes, I have. Melbourne Train Guy said he said that just before it went horribly wrong. Yes, probably. Let's have some more. Because we're about to go down a lot. The back's still coming up. Going on dynamics on the front at least will keep us all scrunched together. Rob says it costed up development rig, made a system that isn't quite a workstation. It may as well have considered one just under 10 grand of the finest British pounds. Bloody hell, mate. RAM's actually started getting cheaper here, so hold on to your hat. It's dropped about half in the last 2 weeks. Rob says 96 gig would have gone for 128 if PC Specialists had that sort of kit in stock for non-workstation builds. Melbourne Train Good goes, and? What on earth do you need 128 gig of RAM for, really? And Daniel says, here's where the fun begins. Yes. I'm glad those signals aren't for me. And you can see up there where the other 2 tracks continue along their merry way, almost going uphill. Yet this one heads down the roller coaster. I'm beginning to think we may stop before we go over the top. We'll see. I'm going to leave Dynamics 4 on and see what happens. It's nice and slow is the way to go down Cajon Pass. Londo says, good shout on PC Specialist. I don't even know who they are. I usually use Scorpion Brothers or Centre Scum. And if I can't get it from either of those, I go for the shifty Chinese shop, MSY, sorry. Honk the train, says Naomi. Alright then, here you go, big honkies. We don't want to give 5 yet, because that's a signal for a runaway. Are we going... We're going to crest just on the corner there. That's where we go into the steeper bit. So I'm going to leave her in 4 for the moment. Let's just see what she does. So we've already started going steeper now. We're in the 1%. But literally just around that corner somewhere, we go down to about 2.7 or something crazy. Shift minus or dynamics. Really? Let's try. Or is it the keypad one? No, it's not doing it. Shift T? No, it's not shift minus. Now this is how you do it. So at about 4 AM, I'll get to the bottom of the hill at this speed. Already in the 2%, you can actually see that the train is visibly starting to bend down. And we will start picking up speed as these big heavy orange pumpkins start heading down the hill. If we come down here, you can probably watch the look of panic on my face. There it is. The look of, I've never done this before. And we are accelerating. Just a little bit. Rob Powell says, but once my first third-party work is eventually done and out, though, be able to claim 60% of the value back in tax breaks from HMRC, do 60% work, 40% home use. What you do is you make sure you have another computer for the home use so that it's 100% work. This is what I do. I have a laptop for my home use. So this beast is purely for the channel. It doesn't do anything else. Oh, look at that. It works. Thanks, brothers. Was that enough honking, Naomi, or do you want more? Should we do the international signal for runaway? The comma and dot keys, yes. I'm just slowed down waiting for Melbourne Train Guy to catch up. It's alright. Melbourne Train Dude. Sorry. Dude, where's my train? Terrible movie. I discovered War Games is on YouTube today. You can watch it for nothing. It's got Ferris Bueller in it. I agree, a fourth lever would be very good, Londo. Rob says, I don't doubt you'll run away. You've taken the smart route, bring her almost to a stop and then gently roll up to speed. Just don't do a mat. Yes. Well, I think she might still run because, you know, she might slip. Once it starts slipping, you're screwed. You've got no choice but to put the air brakes on and stop the train when you start to slip because you won't recover it. 16 miles to the go via. Well, so am I. So you are catching me up. It almost looks like you're about to stall, says Frostfire. Oh no, this is Cajon start speed. This is because we're on the 2.4. We're coming around the corner. We'll go on to the 2. It goes to about 2.6. About here, just about this corner, it goes to 2.6. And then somewhere down around this corner, I think, it goes to 2.9. Something like that, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. So we are accelerating. So we're doing fine. Nothing's on fire yet. Rob says, yay, War Games, the other good Broderick movie. Bad Guy says, you've got to grip it and rip it. Yes. I have done a grip it and rip it run down here. I did actually manage to get it back under control at the bottom. It's close. It came down at about 85 miles an hour. It was over quick. I'm going to give it that. Londo says that's a Sam trick and that won't work here. It might put you in space. That's also a Sam trick. Should start getting steeper in a few meters. We're in the corner. I think I've seen Sam drive down Cajon Pass on a Colonel Failure stream. And he did. There you go, look. Look at that blistering speed. We've accelerated to 3 miles an hour. We've only got 16 miles to go. But don't forget that the back of the train, the back of it's still actually going uphill. So the tip point is about here, just before this signals. It's flat about here. And it's still uphill all the way down here. So probably 50% of my train is still actually going uphill. And even though I'm going uphill, These things are screaming away with their dynamics, or at least I hope they are. Let's have a look. I think so. Yep, we're yellow, so the dynamics are on. Oh yeah, we're accelerating, 3.3. As the train crests the hill, we will pick up more speed. We get steeper again at the next corner. So I'm actually going to let it get up to about 5 miles an hour before I put the dynamics up to the next level. Bad Guy says, we still have an ICE orbiting the planet because of Sam. Yes, we do. And we have a plane flying under the one of the German routes. Niedertalbahn, I think. Is it Niedertalbahn? No, not independent brakes. That one. I briefly cut out my dynamics there. That would have been a bummer. Joseph, hello, good morning to you. It's evening for me. That's okay. Londo says we need a Jamaica livery for something that will work on the Swiss route for a proper bobsled joke. Londo says, I feel sorry for the world. Apparently there are 2 of me and the world can only handle 1. Oh dear. Frankfurt S-Bahn. That's got a plane too, actually, but I think Niedertalbahn does too. Oh, we're slowing down again. Boring. Back to 4. Bad Guy says, I wonder if they took that odour is still there. Well, the only odour I remember is Casual's car after Richie. That was an intense odour. We are picking up speed. More of the train will be heading over the top now. Like we're on the flat bit. Everything's on the flat bit now. So it's all downhill from here and we are picking up speed. So let's get a bit more dynamics on. We will probably have to use air brakes going down as well as the dynamics. You have to be careful doing that because if you apply them and don't bail off quickly enough, bad things happen. Bad Guy says, I need to get some sleep. I can hardly spell anymore. Don't sleep on my account. Londo says, we also have a TGV in orbit and that 1982 stock under the void. Yes. Melbourne Train Dude's wondering, what are these streams? You need to go back and look at the old Dovetail streams, Melbourne Train Dude. I think they weren't they actually on Dovetail's channel, not the Train Sim World channel? Or have they been moved? Bad Guy says, that's just my spelling at 1:30 in the morning. What I was trying to say is I wonder if they took the plane out or is it still there? And only half your brain is currently awake. Is it your creative half or your analytic half? Now we're picking up speed. Very slowly. Let's go another. We're in the 3% part now. So when the rest of the train gets into this bit, we will pick up speed quite quickly. And I'll probably have to do the first air brake application. But for now, we'll just hold the dynamics. I think they actually renamed the channel. Wasn't it called Train Simulator and they renamed it Train Sim World? I think. So it probably is on the Train Sim World channel. And the streams where Sam used to drive were very, very funny. Londo says they have been moved, I think, when Sam was doing previews of 4-ups, things were very funny, indeed. So we're almost getting up to 8 miles an hour now, so we're doing okay. Bad Guy says, actually, Paul, I've fallen asleep watching your streams more than once, if I'm being totally honest. Not because you were boring or anything. I was just tired, and it sounded like a train kind of put me to. Here, I'll wake you up. I'll just leave the bell running for the rest of this thing. I think it's a part of the brain's AK turns you into a zombie. Brain. Oh, we're picking up speed. Let's go another notch. And wheel slip. Ooh, that doesn't bode well. No, we're out again. Come on, hold it. Let's try some sand. Where's the sand thing on this? There it is, down there. Up and sand. Come on. Come on. No. We're not going to get to have Dynamic 7 and 8 today, I think. Ooh, this is definitely going to be an air brake day. In fact, we might have to do that first application now, I think. There we go. We've got the first application of air on. And if you're going to apply air brakes, and we're still picking up speed, but the brakes will still be applying, it'll take them a while. Whoever said this is impossible might actually be right, you know. This is running away. It's already running away, and we're not even in the steep bit yet. Let's see if we can get a bit more dynamics. Okay, we've got Dynamic 7 now without wheel slip. But we are picking up more speed. Let's go a bit more air brake and bail off the loco. If you don't bail off the loco, your dynamics shut down. Will we get away with Dynamic 8? Let's try. Because we are running away. This could be a very short stream. Because it might actually be impossible. Have we plateaued? No, we're still going up. Bit more air brake and bail off. The worst bit about this will be releasing the air brake. That's going to be really, really bad. Let's see what the back's doing. The backs have gone off dynamics. Oh no! We've lost our dynamics on the back. That's what's gone wrong. There we go, they're going up again now. That might help. Alright, now that we've got the dynamics back on the back, this might actually start working. We've got an unbelievable amount of air brakes on though. We've got 20 pound of air brakes, which is 40 pounds on the cylinders. Actually, it's 50 pounds on the cylinders, it's 2.5. I'd like to say our speed is stabilized, but we'll see. No, we're still increasing. And my dynamics are rolling off. Why are my dynamics rolling off? Here they come. They're coming back again. I might have to stop this train and start again, I think. Let's see what it does with the dynamics coming back on. They shouldn't work anymore, not at 50 mile an hour. This is going really well. You do have unlimited sand, yes, but I don't think it makes much difference. Because we're not actually slipping. The dynamics are rolling off again. Maybe I just had to hold the bail off down. Why do my dynamics roll off like that? Did they go up a mile an hour then or down? Up. Right. We got the next steep bit. Still live though, 60 mile an hour, it'll be a quick trip. We've only got about half my dynamics, we're only making 33k. That's nothing. Might have to big hole this. You can't really get more brakes on than we've got. Yes. The pucker status is pretty high with this one. I've made it down here at 80 before. So we'll see what happens. But I don't understand why the dynamics are rolling off. They shouldn't. Because I've got the loco bailed off. But they're only running at about half power. Bad Guy says the train simulator channel is still used to be the same channel at one point. They made a new train simulator channel, which they don't even use anymore, so why they bothered, I don't know. Rob says the Void Panther is back to full health after her visit last month. Vet visit. Excellent. Well, we're not speeding up anymore. But we're not slowing down either. And you can't get more air brakes on than we've got. Oh, we're dropping speed finally. We may just survive, but at some point I have to release these air brakes. I can't keep them on the whole trip. Even though it's really cold. Being really cold would help. I won't melt the shoes. Good night, Bad Guy. Have a good one, mate. Grab yourself a bit of sleep, absolutely. Now the dynamics are staying on without holding down the bail key as well. And our speed is reducing. So I don't know how we made it down there, but we did. Pucker status maximum, says Melbourne Train Deal. Rob says space launch coming up. No, I think we're going to survive this, except that I have to release the air brakes. I absolutely have to release them at some point. Look, even the dynamics are rolling back on now. Let's go up the back. What are these dynamics doing? Nothing. We got nothing in the back. Yeah, they're doing squat. There we go, they're coming back now. Oh, that made a noticeable difference, getting the ones in the back to come back on. And now the ones in the... I mean, why are they rolling on again when they rolled off? I don't get it. But we'll let her speed come right down to about 0. Or near it. Oh, Matt's just gone live again. Up for another 12 hours. Because it will take a long time to recharge the brakes, and in that time, you're only going to have the dynamics. So I'll have to bring it to a stand, I think. Londo says 100% cased for tea and biscuits. Vectron says simulating the wheels slipping on the sleet. I don't think so. I think we may have encountered a bug there. Melbourne Train Dude says, sweet Jesus, full dynamic and full air and you're at 49 mile an hour. Well, yeah, I was. I hit 62. He might be in with half a shout, but don't forget I have to release the air brakes. So after this just about stops, in fact, I'll do it now. Let's release the air brakes. Dynamics will come back on as we start rolling. Which we will. Even though it says 0 mile an hour, I'm pretty sure we are moving. Yeah, we are moving. Just a tiny bit. There we go. Picking up speed again. Only on dynamics now. And we don't appear to be rolling back on yet, which is a worry. Oh no, there we go. There we go. Minimum dynamic speed, 2.5 miles an hour, and on they go. Slippage. Can we keep 7? No, we're gonna have to keep 6. Londo says this game simulate brake fade. No, it doesn't. Londo says I think he's going for 14 because he's a silly numpty. Yeah, probably. Frostfire says maybe that's why I have runaways. Whatever Dynamics was doing might happen to mine. Noted. And Rob says 1 eternity later. Yes. Matt will probably still be live when I get up tomorrow morning. How do we look at the back? Well, the brake should be fully released. Let's just see how she sits for now. Can we get another notch on the dynamics? And are the back dynamics running? Yes, the back dynamics are running. We appear to have full air. So that's the weird thing. If you go up the back, 79, they're only just releasing on the back, yet we're still speeding up. Oh, bit of slip. Go to 7 again. Let's try some sand. Back to 6. Back to 7. Back to 6. I mean, the computer should manage the wheel slip by itself, really, so... should better just let it try that. What does it do in wheel slip? It's rolling them off. So it is managing the wheel slip because it's rolling the dynamics off. Maybe that's what happened before. Maybe it got wheel slip and I didn't notice. It's coping. Kinda. Let's go to notch out in dynamics and just see if it manages to hold it. Because even though it says the wheels are slipping, it must be managing it because we're not speeding up very much. Let's go on minimum air and bail off. Should have recharged the train by now. It's been a while. We've got to go up the back and bail off as well. Yep, they're rolling back on again now. They did roll up on the back again when I put the air on, which they should not do. Because Banking Com clearly doesn't copy the bail off to the other end. How heavy is this train? Oh, no wonder. 14,000 tons. How many locos have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 on the back. That's not enough locos to hold this for dynamics. No wonder it's not. Needs 2 more. Oh well. We'll just die. It's fine. Up down the back and bail off that one. That counter is going up, so we're okay. We're coming out of the worst of the gradient, so that'll help. Where are we? Yeah, we've come off the worst of it. And we're still alive. And we are holding speed. At only 5 miles over the limit. MTD has not derailed yet, but still trying to get your speed under control. It took me a little while. We're creeping again. See, that'd be where the other driver would look over at us and go, well, they're fucked. Back into the steeper part again. It does get less steep again soon. So I'm not too unhappy with the way things are, given the circumstances. We may have to take another air brake application. Make them really, really hot. That'll clean the wheels off. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Briefly, we weren't speeding. Did you see that? Briefly. For about 2 seconds. Dynamics are becoming less effective as we get up towards 50 mile an hour, so it's, the air brakes are holding us now. What are we on with the air brakes? 35%? That's probably alright. Let's keep it there for now. We're speeding up again. But we are coming into the less steep part. Maybe we'll live. Maybe we'll live. In real life, if the track's certified for 45, you should be able to do about 1.5 times that before you derail. Stopping at Sanburn might be a challenge though. Because I'll come in there with super hot brake shoes and wheels. Probably a few bearings starting to catch fire. That red signal better not be for me. Wheel slip didn't seem to make that much difference. The dynamics would roll off a little bit and then roll back on, so I think it's probably managing the wheel slip. My challenge right now is just braking. I think we're going to take a heavy brake application at this point. Try and get our speed back under control. Let's just go up the back and bail off. We've got 63 miles an hour, and we've got 60 pounds of brake application in the cylinders. 64 mile an hour. So at this point you radio dispatch and go, tell my wife I care a lot. Melbourne train guy's holding at 25. Melbourne train dude. Well done. Rob says brakes where we're going. We don't need brakes. Did you put wetness on, Melbourne train dude? Or did you go without wetness? I've basically got 7 miles to slow this thing down. Buffer assisted stop, says Melbourne train dude. We're still picking up speed at this point. Snowstorm won't give you wetness, so you don't have the slippery tracks. So yes, I think you accidentally cheated. If this hits 70 mile an hour, I'm going to big red button. Let's go full application. Still picking up speed with a full air application. How's that even possible? Huh. Dude turned into a dudette. When'd that happen? The other guy must have bailed out and put her in. Lexic Dark says, yeah, but snow isn't wetness. Does it add brake cooling? It's up to the modelling and the physics. It would in real life help with cooling the wheels, yes. Uh-oh. Yellow signal. It's not good. If we started slowing down at all, I think we went to 71 at one point. Oh, we are slowing down. That guy be leaning out the window going, "You're on fire, mate!" Frostfire says you don't want to hit 88 mile an hour in time travel. No, not really. But at the rate we're coming down, we'll be at stopping speed in San Bernardino. Brown or blue eyes? Oh. Yes, we need to know, don't we? Not a driver. They're brown. Brown eyes. Only drivers get blue eyes, remember? C, hello. You're watching us almost die. And if we don't slow this thing down soon, you're going to be watching me emulate Matt Spadleston. But amazingly, we haven't crashed. So with a full application on at this speed, the wheels on these carriages would be red hot. And the brake blocks would be red hot. And they'd be throwing sparks and shit everywhere. because you're not really meant to pass cars going down Cajon Pass. But we are slowing down. We've still got 3 miles. Rob says, that's cooking. Yes. Lexic says, eye colour. One blue this way and the other one blue that. We can go and have a closer look. Let's go and have a closer look. There's nothing we can do with the train anyway, except pull that. Go on. You going to look up? I bet you don't, do you? And I think I am squatting already. Ah! I got thrown over there. Okay. Actually might be blue eyes. No, the cab light doesn't help. We're going to survive this. I have a good feeling about this. 2 miles to go, we're slowing down. Frostfire says PTC would be screaming by now. It wouldn't be just PTC, it'd be the dispatcher going, what are you doing? How many fire engines should we send? What are you carrying? So he says, it's alright, I'm actually wearing black joggers and a black top as a mark of respect. Yep. We are decelerating at a rate of 15 miles per minute. That's not too bad. Lexic Dark says, I have a good feeling about this. Flag set. Yes. Bing. That's where everything goes wrong. I realise I have to release the brakes again. Rob says, send all the emergency services. My brakes are on fire. And they would be, literally. They would be becoming less and less effective as they spewed molten chunks everywhere. Because once your services go molten, it's really all over from there. Given they'll take a while to come off, let's release them. So the dynamics keep working. We'll probably still stop. All along the train, the brake shoes are going, oh, not. See, if this was Derail Valley, we would actually be upside down on fire somewhere. So we get on the radio and go, good news, dispatch, we got it back, but we're accelerating again. Just put the sand on and leave it on. Acceleration's jumping around a bit. Can't make its mind up. See you later. I still can climb down. Titanic moment. I was joking. You didn't really think I'd leave you, did you? Lexic Dark says glazed over brake shoes seem to make you feel like it's accelerating because it is. Like having an off on the grass. Melbourne train guy is going to come sliding by on the other track any second now. Or he'll ram us in the Cajones, one or the other. This is where you roll back into the yard and just pretend nothing happened. Well, that's fine, mate. I don't know what you're talking about. No idea. Because after they go via, we still have to go another mile or so before we stop. Now, interestingly, when I had the full brake application on before, if I'd popped the emergency, nothing would have actually happened. Because you could not have put more braking effort in. Because one of the cool things about the Westinghouse braking system is when you get to the maximum load, there is no more. You can take away all the air pressure out of the pipe, and nothing will happen. Because Boyle's law is a wonderful thing. Melbourne train dude says full air, full dynamics, 56 mile an hour, not slowing. On your dynamics, Melbourne train dude, are you seeing a number here or is it 0? If you're seeing 0, bail off. Because once you apply air, you've got to bail off or the dynamics turn themselves off. And we are accelerating again, but we're in a 55 mile an hour zone, so no one cares. This train is very, very heavy. What are my backs doing? Oh no, still got dynamics on up here. No, just leave that window open so the back cab fills up with snow. No one will know. Yeah, well your dynamics are still working. Over 50 mile an hour they won't do very much. This one's accelerating again. Melbourne train dude says, I'm copying your actions basically as I've no clue what I'm actually doing. Oops. You should watch my tutorial video of getting down Cajon Pass in dry weather. But I actually think this set hasn't got enough locomotives for this weight. This is 14,500 tons. That's a lot. And we've only got, what, 6, 7 locos? I think we need 2 more to get the right horsepower per ton. Express freight indeed, Melbourne train dude. Three miles to San Bernardino. And we're on the lesser gradient, so if we start slowing down, great. If we don't, we'll go back on air brakes. Night Frostfire, thanks for coming in. We're all having fun. I think we might do a rather large brake application at this point. And bails the off. Go up the back And bails he off. And back up the front. Ooh, I'm losing. I'm losing dynamics. I've lost dynamics. Here they come. They're coming back. Oh, we're going on the main line into Sandburn. We're not going into the yard. And we're slowing down, I think. We are. We are slowing down. Yes. Lexic says, do these trains have a resistor bank up top for the dynamics extras or on the generator? The generator does generate power for the big resistor vistas, so if you look, these overhanging things here are the radiators for the dynamics. So those giant fans are sucking air through the dynamic radiators, trying to keep them cool. So we're dropping at about 15 mile a minute and we're doing 30 mile an hour. We might make that stopping point. Might. We're going to ignore that wheel slip. We've got sand on. Melbourne Train Dude, if you didn't notice, I turned on the sand using the lead truck switch. Just left it on. Because we got plenty. What's the issue? You probably would see steam on them in snow. Melbourne Train Dude said it cleared. And release. Got down to 10 mile an hour. We'll probably get down to about 3 by the time the brakes actually release. And while we're almost on the flat here, I'm actually not game to come off the dynamics because only back about here, it's 1%. Here it's 1.5. Here it's 1.9. And here it's still over 2%. So we're still going downhill. But we're probably going to have to come off the dynamics a bit. This is how you just slide in pretending it's fine. So what I'm watching is this, my acceleration rate. So I'm accelerating, but if I go up a notch, I start decelerating, and I don't want to do that. How much of the train's on the flat now? About a third of it? You can hear the couplers going a bit nutty because they're... Be a lot of that going on. How's our rear unit going? Well, she's still got some dynamics on. Hello, Chain Tracer Andy, how are you? We have survived Cajon Pass. And I'll stick with it that it's possible, but it's not comfortable. Because the post I read was that it was not possible. But we stayed on the tracks. And if you don't recognise it, this thing up here is from the San Bernardino route, because this is the big San Bernardino station, and off around that way, but I don't think it's actually modelled in this, is San Bernardino town station. I don't think we can go that far. It's over there somewhere. Let's come off the dynamics now. We'll just let her roll. It'll take her a little while to adjust. Melbourne Train Dude says you're inside 1 mile. Good, nothing different with Andy. That's good. Rob says, yep, possible, but a bit hair-raising. Yes. Rather a lot hair-raising. I think in real life, you would probably not survive that. Because I reckon that you'd want at least two more locos. There's just not enough horsepower per tonne to constrain this load of 14,000 tonnes coming down that hill when it's that steep and you're losing traction. That combination is bad. I would actually wonder in a real snowstorm, because they don't happen very often in California, would they actually run trains? Would they cancel them? Because, you know, is your Temu actually worth it? Mondo says, in conclusion, you can, but you shouldn't. Yes. I'd be curious to free roam spawn a couple more locomotives to jam on this. I think that would be quite interesting. So I think 2 more would give you enough power to do it. Let me do some Googling and some calculating. So it's 4,000, let's say, for a worn out one. Home pass, HPT. 3. That's going up. Huh, that's interesting. Rule C for Westford freight trains, you cannot proceed if the train exceeds 14,000 tonnes. So this train's actually higher than you're allowed to have. I'm actually going to have to accelerate, you know that? And you're allowed to have 115 tonnes per operative brake. There you go. And you need 3. Horsepower per tonne for this is 2. You need 3. So yeah, it's not enough. Orc says, let's be honest, it's the USA. That would be a mere suggestion. Yeah, I hate to say it, but yeah, you're probably right. Actually, let's keep it in notch 1 and keep it stretched, I suppose. I was quite proud of myself on my Steam drive on Friday. I was holding brake applications for about 1 kilometre at a time, which is probably the best I've achieved, and transitioning from downhill to uphill, coming out of the gradient, and sitting on about 13 mile an hour before we started climbing. Got it up to 15 at the bottom of the hill of Emerald Bank and crested Emerald Bank at 10. The loco wasn't very impressed though. She was working hard towards the end of the bank, making all sorts of funny noises. And I'm thinking, I'm glad this bank runs out here. Melbourne Train Dude goes, that was an interesting run, so you've reached the end then. I'm not quite there yet. You got silver! Ah, a sliver of a medal. See what I get. I reckon you should get a gold just for surviving. Here's my favourite thing. A palm tree. Actually, it's not. It's a yucca. Oh, hang on. What are we doing? We need a gratuitous bridge shot here. Should we do a photo mode shot that the only important thing is the plant? Sounds like a plan. I think we should do that. Whee! Plant. And no depth of field. No depth of field. None. Come on, get off there. There we go. That's pretty much perfect. I thought that bug was fixed about throwing the camera off in another angle. It's come back. So much speeding, says Melbourne train dude. Yes. It was almost all speeding, I would think. It's probably only behaving on the way up the hill. And so much for this taking an hour. An hour is an AI train, maybe. And the AI trains have impossible physics. The system just says, go this fast, and they go, okay. Oh, we're slowing down again. Oh, that's right. It's uphill into the yard, isn't it? Ah, let's break some couplers. What's notch 8 between friends? Ibby says, what a stream this has been so far. Well, there won't be too much more of it, because I've got to be at work at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Are we slipping? We are slipping. Boring. Still haven't got it back. Alright, we'll stick with notch 4. Well, maybe not even that. 3? Yeah, 3's working. We're accelerating with 3. Train Tracer Andy says, I think my TY2 class air compressor broke. How did you break your air compressor? Are they red? No, it's alright. One of them's yellow. I couldn't see that last one. Oi! Dudette turned into a dude. I think... Let me just go back to the back of the train and back to the front. Ha! Do it again. Back to the front. Yep, they change. Go to the back and come back to the front. Oh, I shouldn't change that time. Did every other time. We're back on the downhill again. Still slowing down overall, which is fine. He shoved it from a apply to quick fill. Ibis has been watching a TGV cab ride video, very entertaining. This and match stream for special effect. If you can afford to support special effect via Maddie's stream, please do. Special effect basically supports people who can't play games because maybe they don't have hand movement. The only thing they can do is stick a pencil in their nose or something like that. And they build controllers for them. So there might be someone who can move an elbow, for example, and they can put a brake and a accelerate and decelerate button either side of their elbow. So they do some really good shit. This is pretty agonizing. Are these shut down? They're not making any noise, are they? Oh no, they've got air. They're powered. Yeah. Now this one's smoking. I can just see it. EB says, I wish I could donate. Well, you don't have to, mate. So if it's not something that's financially responsible for you personally, then don't do it. We're never going to get to the end at this rate. I was hoping we'd start accelerating again since we're going downhill. But no, she's holding us back. Ooh, future driver, blue eyes. I'll go and say hi to Matt on his stream when I finish this, before I go and try and make my Cobra software work again and work out what's gone wrong with .NET. Nearly there. I love that curve in the track there. There's a little bit of a kink in it. I've always wanted to try this switch, but, you know, I don't want to waste the service if it doesn't recover. Oops. Now we really are going downhill. Big hole. Will it count this as a finish? That's a good question. Yep. I was worried that it... Whoa, look at that. Whee! Whee! Roller coaster moments. And a silver as well, Melbourne Train Dude. Alrighty. So it is possible to get down the hill in the snow with wetness. It's possible. Not desirable. And you definitely want a lot more horsepower per ton. I reckon you want at least 2 more SD70 Max on there, and you'd be right. That'd be good then. Alrighty, we survived. I consider that to be a good outcome. We lived. Yeah. Anyway, thanks heaps for watching, folks. We found out it is actually possible. I will be back on Wednesday night. I do have an idea for Wednesday night's stream, but I'm not sure, 100% sure it's actually going to work, so I'll try it out first. I just need to get this game to force it to run in a window because it's being uncooperative. But if I can get it to go, that'd be good. I could try and play Denture Attack. It's a bit evil. It's fun, but it's not my kind of game. It's kind of like a skateboard game with trains. But anyway, enjoy yourself. Go and watch Matt. Or Andy Dangle. He's live now too. Alrighty, have fun, folks. Enjoy yourselves. It's been a pleasure spending this time with you, and we shall see you later. Bye. Correct button this time.